Alright, time for my round 3 game of REV Worlds. I'm playing as another Black-Red Runes deck, except this time the deck is bigger and actually plays the card I was worried about from last time. I should ask about seeds first though. Okay, so I'm on the play, and this hand is, doesn't have enough early game and has no fetchable. Yeah, I don't keep this. But anyways, so yeah, the card that I was talking about last time, turns out it was called this. So basically it's a rune that active treasons every turn. Basically, as long as this card exists, I can never stabilize on the board because they can just steal my 7/7 and whack me with it at any time. So basically, the matchup just becomes a lot harder for me. And they're also playing main deck discard with the shadow identity stuff, so that's also quite annoying for me. Just show up, yeah. So they have main deck discard, they have ancient conscriptor, so this matchup will be tougher for me than last time. And this hand, okay, yeah, I keep this hand because it has exactly what I need. Bomb the Grand Consonance, right? Yeah, bomb the second Grand Consonance, and yeah, so how much small removal do they have? They don't actually have any small removal, right? So Dark Set is probably going to connect, which is really good for me. Anyways, I'll play New Divide tap to save on life for a bit. This is probably fetching Forest, because I do need to hit my stuff on curve. Or like, I need to hit Wild Court Seeker on curve, which means I need double green. And yeah, okay, Star-Studded is a pretty safe play here, because like they don't have any 2-drops that they can block with, right? And they don't have any 2-drop they can block with. Yeah, I'm pretty safe. Like, Star-Studded can probably land a hit. They do have a 1-drop that they can block with, but if they have a 1-drop, they should have played it on turn 1. I'm assuming they don't have their 1-drop, which is, I don't know, Empty Thoughts, put out here. So they can turn 2 discard me, and they probably take Wild Court Seeker, but at least Star-Studded gets 1 hit in. Oh, you're right, this thing. Huh. Well, if they're going to swing with it, I'm just going to trade with it. I need this thing off the board as soon as possible. And I still have Wild Court Seeker for next turn, so I'm not even, like, being slowed down ramp-wise. Another Star-Studded for later. Okay, cool. So, looks like the deck's doing what it needs to do. Do I need to buff this guy to 3 toughness? So, do they have any 2 damage things that aren't relevant for 3? Field test doesn't matter. At the walls, they can't kill that no matter what happens. Yeah, I can just leave it as a 2/2. I don't have Empty Thoughts. Okay, they probably drew that. If they had it earlier, they would have played it. Multiple copies. Interesting. Well, do I get a land this turn? Drift Off. Okay, Wild Court Seeker can get me into Drift Off mana, which is nice. Do I play out Star-Studded as a creature or as an enchantment? Let me think about it. So New Divide fetches planes always here. So I should do it before doing anything else. Okay, so I swing with Wild Court Seeker, bring back New Divide. I'm at 5 mana. And then place Leyline Star-Studded. Can I do both? Yeah, I can do both, and then that means I have Grand Constance available for next turn, and if Grand Constance gets taken by top deck discard or something, or Leyline Challenge gets killed, I still have a kick Drift Off for later. I think I'll go with that plan. In that case, I should put Star-Studded on the mountain, right? So I can tap for green. Yeah, and I should be playing New Divide untapped now, right? Because well, no, this 4, they can't, like 3 and 4 doesn't matter right now, right? Actually, no, they have Chronic of Extinction, so I should play this. I should get New Divide untapped in case I need to fetch out something to make Wild Court Seeker survive. So let's see how they react to this. They just take, which I'm fine with. Do I fetch now? Oh no, they're blocking. Are they just trumping? Oh, they're making treasures. Right, that's something I need to worry about. What is this ramping them into? Ancient Conscriptor, probably? They can also get, like, Tyrant Remnants or a bigger field test. 2, 3, 4. Okay, I can still survive at the walls. I think the safest play here is to play Studded, flipped, and then play Leyline Challengers. Because if they board wipe, then they're not killing Wild Court Seeker, and if they play out to the board, then they're not killing my ramp, and then I get to Grand Consonance. Yeah. Actually, I'll tap it like this. I'll play this flipped, and I'll get out Leyline Challengers and pass the turn. Wait, I just realized I made a misplay. If I fetch Island with this guy to make Wild Court Seeker survive, I can't play a Kick Drift Off later on. Well, hopefully it won't matter too much. 3 mana. Okay, Forgotten Call. That's good. That's not playing to the board. And I guess they just grab another Forgotten Cultivator. Yeah, it makes sense. And they just pass. Okay, cool. That's really good for me because I get to untap with Grand Consonance. Recall Helion. Interesting. I'll play that like later on if I get the opportunity to. Do I grab a island right now, or do I grab something else? I mean, I have drift off. Like, I should just make sure that I can always cast drift off if I need to, even if Wildcard Seeker is slightly undersized. Or like, what's the chance? I think Grand Consonance has a good chance of flipping another white source. I think I'm fine with fetching Island here, just to pump up the Wildcard Seeker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have all my colors. So there's Grand Consonance. I'm assuming it resolves. Like I don't think they can respond to this with anything. And let's see. Oh, Asahai. Okay, that's more disappointing than I thought. It's just 3 things. I can't complain too much, I guess. I still managed to get a Grand Consonance off, so like that's better than most of the things that I could have asked for in this matchup. And I'll put these guys out. Everything else gets bottomed. So this is tapped. Well, at least I get to play a kick drift off if nothing else happens. Do I Asahai plus or Asahai minus? Because Asahai plus just means that all my guys get wiped by their thing. If I Asahai minus and swing with Wildcard Seeker, what happens? I think I'm still fine if that happens. So my biggest worry right now is that they 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they add the walls me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can add the walls for 4 next turn, which means I should be minusing Asahai to give all my guys some extra toughness. First strike, flying or trample. I wonder if first strike is probably the right thing to take here because it's not like they have any blockers. None of their guys fly, and I want first strike so I can block their guys in case things come down to it. And turns out there's still no Asahai token script. But yeah, so let's get the first strike token. I attack with Wildcard Seeker here, right? Yeah, I'm just going to let Asahai die and just use it as an basically just use it as a 5 mana anthem. And they're going to chump. Okay, actually, yeah, maybe I should have given my guys flying because now they can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they can add the walls me and blow up my entire board. So that was a big mistake. I mean, at least I plays afterwards, but the fact that I gave them the option to wipe my board now is a problem. If they add the walls, what do? I probably just Fury Call, blow up their Forgotten Cultivator, and then they're probably going to play out 2 more things, and then I'll just rift off whatever they play. Then I just hope for better top decks or something. Can they blow me out with Field Test here? No, Field Test can't kill Wildcard Seeker. So at least that's safe. They can Field Test for 1, so they can Field Test for 3, which would discard my entire hand, and and that also kills Leyline Challengers, which means Asahai dies, which means, but at least Wildcard Seeker is still in play, so it's just going to be, oh right, this thing. Yep, well, this thing exists. It's probably getting, at least it comes to play while I'm ahead on board. So, like, it's not the worst thing in the world. They're going to steal my untapped Leyline Challengers. Okay. Yeah, so I can drift off both their guys now. And that's a pretty good exchange for me. But this guy doesn't have haste, right? They get Crux. What's that thing do? Guess I can use it. This guy can nuke stuff. But I don't think it can actually kill Wildcard Seeker from this range. So, because they don't have 5 drops in their deck, right? Technically, they have the 5 drop with their split card. They're going to take a land. Do they have any follow-up to this that would blow me out here? I mean, as long as they don't discard me, I think I'm still safe. Oh, do they just not have any? Why did they take a land if they... Okay, that's weird. Well, anyways, now I get to drift off all their guys, and they can't kill drift off because they're in the wrong colors for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 mana. Yeah, I have 10 mana, which means I can drift off into Ulfro. Actually, I have 11 mana after doing New Divide, so I can drift off into Fury Call, blow up one of their land. I think I'll save Fury Call for blowing up their next enchantment, or I mean their next ruin if they play any, and just preserve the life for now. Yeah, seems like a good decision. So what do I grab now? I mean, I already have all my colors, so I'm not exactly sure what to grab, but more force never hurt, right? So how much mana do I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can attack with 2 guys, or actually no, I can attack with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Okay, yeah, I can just attack with everything now, and I'll just pretend that my life doesn't matter. And I guess I'll use this chance to fetch out another planes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Drift off, kicked to get rid of both their things. And then Ulfro, and do I Ulfro minus or Ulfro plus? At this point, I think it's actually better for me to Ulfro plus, because I don't actually need all these lands, and it's probably better for me to Ulfro plus here. Gaining life is useful just to prevent Ancient Conscriptor from blowing me out again in the future. Do I survive a field test? Wild Court survives field test, right? Okay, so it doesn't survive from the walls, but or at the walls. Just double check what this card does. Yeah, it's only creatures, so Ulfro will survive from the walls or at the walls or whatever. And field test only, like field test only hits creatures too, so no matter what happens, Ulfro will survive, which means that I guess I can I'll probably take up Ulfro to try to draw some more cards or something, which hopefully finds me into something useful. Ulfro gives me like two cards from the top of my deck to be useful. Actually, no, they can't. If they field test, they still can't kill Wild Court Seeker, so I'm safe. In fact, I don't think they have a good way of killing Wild Court Seeker. That's a 5/5 right now. Seems like they're playing a 5-drop, a field test. Yeah, makes sense. So is this going to be card draw, discard? Oh, it actually does wipe my board somewhat. I mean, if they have a Chronicle of Extinction plus a land, they can wipe my entire board. And that would, then I have to go back to the Ulfro plan of hoping to find a card in my top, whatever. It seems like, okay, they're just going to whack Ulfro. Yeah, that's fine. Wild Court Seeker still survives, so they're still trying to deal with a Wild Court Seeker that's possibly going out of control. And let's see what I draw. Well, that's convenient. That's absolutely hilarious, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just Grand Consonance now. I might flip an Ulfro from a Grand Consonance, in which case I want to activate Ulfro first, but I don't know if I want Ulfro plus or Ulfro minus. But actually, I'll Ulfro minus because there's a decent chance I just flip a Fury Calhelion and kill them on the spot. Yeah, I'll Ulfro minus now. Yeah, get back Forest, shoot them in the face. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How come I keep top decking Grand Constances exactly when I need them to? Or exactly when I'm with one card in hand. Anyways, so drift off. Yeah, okay, so that's Ulfro number 2. Do I need more mana? No, I don't. Okay, so not the best Grand Constance, but at this point, I'm not even complaining because I probably win anyways. Get rid of that. Magna Bay is tapped. Ulfro is a thing. Do I Ulfro plus or Ulfro minus? I think yeah, I'll Ulfro plus again to get me some more cards for next turn, and I can sack this pretty safely. I think. Oh, Fury Calhelion for next turn. Yeah, that wins me the game. And I'll get back the new divider planes. I'll grab new divide. No point in because might as well get all the basics out of my deck while I can. They got Chronicle of Extinction. Plus Planeswalker. Oh, this thing hits. I see. Well, the good news is I did draw my Fury Calhelion, so this doesn't save them. I guess if they have last card discard spell, then we'll be playing a top deck war afterwards. I still think I'm favored in a top deck war if it comes down to it, but definitely becomes a lot more tense because now they actually have a chance. Oh, they're sacking Dormant Altar, and is that their entire turn? Cool, I just win then. Never punished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, cool. So that was convenient. I couldn't have asked for a better sequence of draws there. And what do I do post board? I need to bring in. I can't actually prevent their Monument of Active Treason from activating because by the time it turns into a creature, it's already spell charged, so it's going to trigger, which is really annoying. I can Crown Guard ban the Ancient Conscriptor, but that feels extremely tempo negative and probably not worth it. Post board, they actually get to bring in early removal and discard spells, so it's going to be slightly harder for me. But what else do I want? I mean, I want some number of Brazes. I don't know if I want every single Braze. I might just because it gives me a way to blow up their ruins, and I really need to blow up their ruins if I can. Ulfro is significantly less useful, even though it was pretty good that game, just because the 2 damage can't always hit a creature. Everything else in the deck seems so good though. I guess I take out Running of the Bulls. Like that's usually a card I'd board out. Forgotten Cultivator is also usually what I board out. If I board out more Ulfros, I don't think I want to go that far down on ramp. Maybe I board out Leyline Challenger. Maybe Start. Do I board out on Started because they bring in more removal? I also have Brazes for 2 drops. Maybe it's worth taking out some of these guys, even though it feels really bad. It probably is wrong, but yeah, I'll try to run this. And 1 lander, I can't keep that. Okay, this hand's keepable. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to decide whether to fetch green or fetch red. But that's a decision I can live with. And I'll bomb the Grand Constance because that's not going to be relevant until later. Okay, pass their turn 1. Okay, good. I do get all the colors I need. I still can't cast Drift Off because I'm still one color off, but at least it's slightly better than before. If they play their 2-drop Ruin right now, yeah, since I'm on a draw, that's something I need to live with. So I'll fetch out red, right? Source on Ancient for later on. And I won't play Star City this turn because I want the Club Promoter next turn, so I'll keep up the Braids for their whatever thing they spell charge their guy with. Opposing Oddity, okay. Yeah, so the problem with this thing is that like they're all triggers, which means that actually no, they don't get to spell charge Imposing Oddity this turn. Yeah, so I'll just Braze their Tyrant's Remnants. And then next turn I Club Promoter and blow up their Imposing Oddity, and now I'm head on board again, which is really nice. And then now that I've stabilized, I can start thinking about getting back into the game. Oh, do I need to fetch with new? I think I'll save life. I'll just Club Promoter here, and now I got now I'm very far ahead on board. Got the exact curve I needed. If they ancient conscriptor me, they whack me with a 3/3, and then I just drift off their ancient conscriptor. Yeah, I'm fine. Imposing Oddity, all right. I guess that's my drift off target now. Or do I need to drift off that thing? I don't think I need to. 5/5. Yeah, maybe it's worth drift offing. Like, what else am I drift offing, right? Just ancient conscriptor. And if they had ancient conscriptor, they would have played it already. So I think it's a pretty safe bet that they don't have it. In which case, I should get this thing out of the way before it becomes a bigger problem. I can also save drift off for later on, but yeah, I don't think I want to do that. I just want to answer their guys as they come down. Well, if I want to drift off this turn, though, I need to fetch planes with New Divide, which means that now I don't have enough green later on for Silversun, but Star said it can probably fix that up. The bigger problem is that now I won't be able to play on curve next turn, but yeah, it's fine. I'd rather deal with what's on board now than deal with what might come down in the future. So yeah, drift off, kill their Imposing Oddity, and swing with the Club Promoter. Next turn, I'll play out Steel Duel Excelsior and then play. I want to play Star Set as enchantment, right? I don't want this thing to get killed for no reason. Aratha Unleashed, another Tyrant's Remnants. Maybe I should be saving my drift offs for that, but actually no, that was completely correct because if the match is spell charge Imposing Oddity with Tyrant's out, then it'll be a lot worse for me, right? Another Star Setted. Alright, well I guess I can play out Star Setted just as a blocker. Actually, do I want to be blocking this turn? They could have to Treachery or whatever that thing's called. Okay, so they can't spell charge this thing and also attack with it, at least. So if I don't attack this turn, they play Ancient Conscriptor, they steal my Club Promoter, swing with all these guys. Tyrant Remnant is just really annoying for me. I will be able to trade with Tyrant Remnants. I won't be able to trade with Ancient Conscriptor, and I'll be able to attack right away, which is a huge problem for me. Well, actually, no. If they had Ancient Conscriptor, they would have played it already, right? I mean, yeah, that would have been a really good Ancient Conscriptor turn, I feel like. Unless they're saving Ancient Conscriptor for combining with Tyrant Remnants. Can I afford to play around Ancient Conscriptor right now? I don't have to attack this turn, right? Yeah, I think I can afford to not attack this turn, in which case I do get a chance to play out Star Setted and just pass. So now, in the term sack food, right? Right, they can also they can also wipe the board and then attack with Tyrant Remnants. They have access to 5 mana, so they can at the walls blow up my entire board and then attack with this. And then next turn, I actually don't have anything to play to the board, so I will be in a worse position than before. And it seems like they do have it. Field test. Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, that's my entire board. Do I keep around Club Promoter? Yeah, I think it's worth keeping this guy around. I have to take 3, but that's fine. They get to Aratha Unleashed next turn, which is annoying but fine. And Leyline Challengers. Well, it's a blocker, at least. And do I keep this guy back? They can Aratha Unleashed, and is there a point in... I won't be able to block it anyways. I can still block Tyrant's Remnants, though, which is something at least. So I get whacked for 6. Tyrant's Remnants, Remains of Runes, and what's my out? I can't... Well, actually, so I can top deck Drift off. Yeah, I'll try to top deck Drift off. And I'm keeping back Club Promoter because they might not have a 6-drop, but they might have a 2-drop, in which case then I get to block Tyrant's Remnants. I just need to dodge the board right here. Oh, that's so oh, that blows up a creature. That's problematic, but I don't think I can afford to block here then. I just need to take 3 and accept that I take 3 to the face. So now I'm dead to a lot of things. It seems like they're starting to run out of resources too, so I need to top deck Drift off, I guess. Yeah, Grand Consonance, I don't have mana for Grand Consonance. Fear Call Helldown actually does get there too. So Fear Call blows up Tyrant's Remnants, which Do I have to do that? Can I afford to go after Elrata Unleashed instead of Tyrant Remnants? Actually, if they animate Elrata Unleashed, I'll just block on Elrata. Yeah. So, I mean, it's still a problem, but it's a smaller problem than Tyrant's Remnants. And I mean, I'm put at the mercy of top decks, and Glana minusing making a 2/1 kills me in 2 turns. But that's a problem for future me. I just need to deal with what's on board right now. I mean, actually, Tyrant's Remnants makes any rune super scary. Maybe, yeah. I think I do need to go after Tyrant's Remnants and just accept that. Like, I have to hope that they don't draw anything that enables Elrata Unleashed. I mean, they do need 7 mana to actually make use of the spell charge, so maybe I'm fine if they just don't draw super well. And then I just have to draw some useful stuff off the top. I still have some number of Ulfros left in the deck. I still have the Brazes, so that's stuff that will kill Glana's token. Also the Drift Offs. Yeah, if I get Drift off top, I need to play an unkicked Drift Off though on the token. Field test. It doesn't wipe the board. Draw and make token. Alright, they're threatening lethal now. So I need Drift off the top, or some sort of removal off the top, or yeah, just something off the top. I also have cards now, which I'm not happy about. Well, actually, no, they get to get more loyalty on Glana, and they just blow up my Fear God Helmet next turn, and I die to that. Right? They drew some cards, so they get to indulge. Alright, so yeah, Drift off top deck would be great here, because that blows up both their things very conveniently. Okay, well, I can't always hope to always get the greatest top decks, so I'm just dead. Okay, yeah, I'm just dead. Alright, I mean, I did win game 1, so I can still make it. I can still win game 3, and I'll be on the play, which is better for me than being on the draw. Oh, they even get to blow up my 2-drop, so they're doubly sure to win right now. Can they also get Elrata Unleashed spell charge for the finisher? No. They're just going to play it and do it, take it easy. Dead. Alright, so I need to win game 3, but that's doable. Ulfro is good against Planeswalkers, at least. I don't think that's good enough to bring in, though, so I'll just keep them out for now. I want 4 Brazes. I mean, Braze was really good there. Braze did its job. It screws up the Consonance ratios, though, so maybe I don't want to bring in too many. And also, I just don't have enough cards to take out. One more Forgotten Cultivator, maybe? That screws over the Consonance ratios even more. But like, maybe Forgotten Cultivator just isn't good in this map. No, it survives their board wipes, just like how their runes survive their board wipes. I think I keep in at least 2. In fact, yeah, I think I'm willing to do this. Well, no, I'm on the place. I want more star-studded, right? Not sure. I'll run this again. Alright, hoping for a good starting hand. This hand is not great, but it has Braids, as Leyline, as Forgotten Cultivator, so like it's a doable starting hand, but I'm not thrilled about it. But at the same time, it's not like I can ask for anything better, right? So I'll keep this and hope that I draw a land in my next however many draws, so that I don't have to decide how I want to get massacred. And Forgotten Cultivator will actually be pretty useful because it survives all their board wipes, and then it'll spell charge and let me draw extra cards. Hopefully they also skip their turn 1. Oh no, they have their 1 drop now. Well, that's slightly annoying, but I mean, at least it's just this guy, and I'm not going to kill it anytime soon, so I should be fine. More Leyline Challengers? Well, I guess I have to play on curve now. I can't keep up the Braze because otherwise that mana screws me, so I'll be forced to play Leyline Challengers here and hope it doesn't die. Well, they can't kill this and also play out our Ruin, so that's at least I have that going. And next turn, if I get a land, I think it's actually safer for me to take. Are they going to blow up Leyline Challengers? No, they're not. What are they holding up? Twilight Ambush? I guess they can Twilight Ambush my YouTube, but okay, sure. I mean, if you're letting me on tap with this guy, then I can't complain. Oh. Well, this is a land, but it's a tap land. So do I want to hold up Braids for their 3-drop? What's the worst 3-drop they can play on me? Kalana minus on Leyline Challengers? That's pretty bad. They can Imposing on it doesn't do much. I want to play out Leyline Challengers number 2. That just loses the board wipes, right? I think the safest play for me is to play out Forgotten Cultivator, pick up a land for next turn, and hope that Leyline Challenger survives. Yeah, I'll go with that. Actually, they have Crux, which will kill Forgotten Cultivator. What else do they have? Why is this still a 4/4? I swear I've updated my files already. Anyways, so I guess this thing resolves. And I grab Wildcourt Seeker, I guess, right? I can also grab Mountain. Did I play a land this turn? I didn't play a land this turn, but if I grab Mountain, I get to go Braze Leyline Challengers next turn. I think that's better than grabbing Wild Court Seeker, right? Because Wild Court Seeker, like all Wild Court Seeker does is, on next turn, if I grab Wild Court Seeker, I can go Wild Court Seeker, hold up Braids. That might be better than, well, no, it doesn't matter because I won't have a land drop for next turn. So, and Wild Court Seeker has more ways to go wrong, right? Yeah, I think I take Mountain here and just hold up stuff. Actually, no, this is bad because I can't actually use Braids at sorcery speed if they play out a Ruin. If they play out Planeswalker though, then I will be able to Braids at the right speed. But then if it's a Planeswalker, then it's probably Crux, which disables my Forgotten Cultivator anyways. Crux Trainer of Titans. Let me just get this in chat. Yeah, actually they only run one cop. They run 3 copies, but maybe they boarded it out. Like it's not that great against me, right? If they have, oh no, they can't play Crux. Okay, so if they have a Ruin, they just play it now. Forgotten Cult. Okay, I mean that's not the worst thing in the world. I don't get to activate my own Forgotten Cultivator, but Imposing Oddity. Well, that's something I need to worry about eventually. Actually, no, I just get to play Asahai this turn and plus. And does Asahai plus play around board wipes? No, it doesn't. But if they board wipe me and then attack with Forgotten Cultivator, I think I'm all right with this outcome because that means I get to untap and still have Forgotten Cultivator out. They still didn't develop their board, and next turn I get to help Braids plus Leyline Challengers. I think I'm fine if that happens. If they don't have an answer for alright, so I guess Forgotten Cultivator is going to look for a way to cast Asahai because that's probably the best thing to be doing right now. That way if Asahai number 1 gets killed, I at least still have Asahai number 2. And I'm not minusing here, right? Yeah, I'm not minusing here. So I'll just swing first with Forgotten Cultivator and see what I mill. Well, none of these cards let me cast Asahai, but I need to grab lands right now because I do need to be able to cast these guys later on. And I don't need Spiral and Canyon because this thing's already giving me all my colors. So I grab Forest because that helps me cast Grand Consonance. Did I play land this turn? I already did. Okay, so next turn I play Forest and then hold up Braids plus Leyline Channelers. Actually, can they kill if they board fight me, they can't kill Asahai in the same turn. So I'm actually pretty safe. If they attack with Eidolon, I'm not blocking because I don't want to give them free treasures, and 1 damage is acceptable to me. If they play a Planeswalker, I'm going to Leyline Braze it and then attack with Forgotten Cultivator again. Just want to keep getting attacked in with Forgotten Cultivator because that thing finds me lands, and I need to hit my land drops to hit my high cards. So Chronicle of Extinction will kill Asahai. If they Chronicle here, so that kills Asahai, Forgotten Cultivator gets animated, they swing with both. Ancient Conscriptor, okay, that also works, I guess. Does that kill yeah, it does kill Asahai, right? What do they steal? This is actually something to think about. I guess, yeah, they just grab a land. So I can kill Eidolon, but I don't want to do that because that just gives them the treasure, which ramps them. I think I just trump Forgotten Cultivator to make, yeah, I trump Forgotten Cultivator to make Asahai survive. And then I'll hold up Braids for next turn. And Drift Off. Okay, exactly what I needed. So I just Drift Off both their guys and plus Asahai again, right? I think the exact top decks I needed. This is really convenient for me. Do I start minusing Asahai now? Nah, I think it's worth keeping Asahai around for 1 more turn. So do I keep back the Soldier? How much do I care about making Asahai survive? I think I'm fine keeping back the Soldier. Like damage, I just need to stabilize. I don't really care that much about damage. Another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, if I grab this, I get to play Grand Consonance next turn. And I'll just plus Asahai again, make some more guys, and pass the turn. They can wipe the board here, but they can't kill Asahai afterwards, so I'm fine no matter what happens. If they Chronicle me, then Asahai dies, Soldier dies, but that's still fine, because I get to play Forest and Grand Consonance afterwards. I don't think there's a single card that can punish me too much here. So I'm in a very good position right now. Double check what Chronicle of Extinction does. Yeah, so they can wipe the board or they can make me sack Asahai, but they can't do both. And they don't have enough mana to do something afterwards. Unless they have Twilight Ambush to kill Leyline Challengers or something. In which case, that actually is sort of a problem, right? Because now I don't actually have a play. Like, I still can't cast Asahai right now because I don't have a blue source naturally. Okay, it is Chronicle of Extinction. Creature plus Planeswalker? Yep, you got that. And, okay, they did not tap. Yeah, so they don't have a removal for Leyline Challengers, in which case, now I get to Grand Consonance. Hardviglade, nice. I don't have to worry Like that helps me with my mana fixing. Still can't cast Asahai, but at least I can cast Grand Consonance now. So, Grand Consonance resolves. I'm assuming 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. And I get, what do I get? Planeswalker, enchantment. Actually, no. Planeswalker, enchantment, creature, land. Can I hold up braids if I do things correctly? Yeah, I can. All right. So in that case, I'll grab Mountain instead of New Divide. And well, I mean, lots of things are happening right now, but most importantly of it, which is that I'm holding up I'm holding up Braze now, and is it time for Ashai to minus? Yeah, I think it's about time for Ashai to minus because I have enough things on board that I want them to not die. Where's the flying token? Yeah, that's Ashai flying. God Cultivator is also animated, and then I just swing with all these guys. Then 1, 2, 3. I'll grab Beercal Helion for later, and I whack them for 8. Oops. Yeah, my guys have flying, like game 4, and then I pass the turn and feel really good about myself because I don't see how they're beating this board unless they somehow find a giant. Okay, yeah, just GG's. Game 3 got insane draws. Game 3. Yeah, like drawing all my removal on curve, getting exactly what I needed. Just getting really good draws. Yeah, what color Consonance is extremely powerful if you match curve out. I mean, that's true for every deck. Like, if you actually match a past Grand Consonance that have curve and you match a flip a non-trivial amount of things, then it's just really hard to come back from. Getting really good top decks in game 1 too. That Grand Consonance top deck was definitely something. Well, hopefully my luck continues for the rest of this tournament. Anyways, yeah, see you next round.